Hey guys, Phoenix Hard here, and today we're going to be talking about a few announcements regarding the channel, and we're going to be talking about the Pioneer format that just came out this month, or just got announced this month for MTG. So stay tuned for that. Alright, first up, announcements. Now, as some of you may have noticed, I haven't posted in a while. I think the last time I posted a video, let's see here, it was the banned and restricted announcement from like a few months ago, like right before M20, I believe, or right as M20 hit. And to be honest, I haven't been playing a whole lot of Magic. I've had big changes at work, so I haven't been able to attend FNMs or any events at my LGSs. And honestly, I've kind of gotten burnt out on MTG Arena. It's kind of gotten stale to me. I just picked it up for the first time probably in like a month last night, and I got bored within a few minutes. It's just not as fun as playing Paper Magic, in my opinion. I probably will still play it time from time just to make some, background gameplay videos. But other than that, I probably will have other games playing in the background in my videos from now on. Now, other announcements. I'm probably, with all that said, I'm probably not going to be making too much more MTG content as I usually do. Now, with the announcement of Pioneer, that might change. Like that, I might stay the course. Of course, Commander is my favorite format in MTG. I don't get a lot of chances to play Commander anymore. It's hard to organize my friend groups. Most of my friends who play Magic don't even play Commander, don't have a Commander deck, and the ones that do, it's really hard to get our schedules coordinated. And more of my friends want to, play Dungeons and Dragons over Commander, which I might make Dungeons and Dragons content in the future. Maybe I'll make a podcast of my campaign I'm currently doing, titled Frost Maiden's Wrath. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I've always been curious about doing something like that. But I think for now, I'm probably going to be switching up my content to focus more on my other passions, such as anime, for instance. I've been really liking the anime that have been coming out this year, and I've had a lot of opinions on them. And then we just had the Code Geass movie that just came out this year, and there's apparently rumors that there's going to be a Code Geass season 3 now. Like a legitimate season 3 because the movie did so well. And that kind of stuff interests me, and I read articles about that kind of stuff all the time. And I think I'm going to switch it up. I already have a couple scripts actually for a few anime related videos. If you want to see that kind of stuff, stay tuned. I will still probably keep up on Magic, and I might make a video every once in a while, but I'm probably for the most part going to be switching my focus to anime and maybe a few game reviews here and there, just talking about some games that are coming out. I know there's been a few games I've been wanting to play, or I've been wanting to try out. The relaunch of Black Desert. I've never actually played Black Desert, and I've always wanted to try that. Pokemon Sword and Shield's coming out, even though don't have a Switch. I'll probably be getting one for Black Friday. Who knows? But yeah, I'm probably not going to be talking about as much Magic as I generally do. Sorry. Let's talk about the other topic of this video, which is an MTG related video, to be honest with you. The Pioneer format. I am cautiously optimistic about this format, actually. If Wizards can do it right, and this is actually probably the perfect time to implement this format right now, considering the state of Standard and this motherfucker ruining it. But what I like most about this is it's starting from the same point where I started Magic. Well, technically when I started doing competitive Magic. When I actually, wanted my first attempt at a GP was actually GP Gatecrash back in the day. I did terrible. I was I was out the first round. I did terrible, and I had a decent Esper control deck, and like I had a team. We had a team of 3 of us that like we traded and we sought cards for each other, and it was really fun. And honestly, I think nostalgia goggles alone is what's going to make me come back is going to make me try Pioneer. But that being said, I have a few complaints. Namely, I wish they would have started it just a teeny bit earlier. Just one block back. The Innistrad block, which is, I believe, the block that a lot of the newer fans of Magic is what really got in, got into. From what I've read and what I've heard, that's where like Magic kind of spiked up in popularity is during the Innistrad block. It's what kind of put Mark Rosewater on the map. Although some people say he shouldn't be working at Wizards anymore. I'm not going to get into that debate, to be honest with you. But I feel that this, especially with just rotation coming out just recently, we're switching to Throne of Eldraine. People have these old standard decks they still want to play. I know my Goblins deck. I didn't have a chance to update my 2 decks that I currently have from standard, so I still haven't updated my decks post rotation. So I kind of lost out on some money on that one, to be honest with you. But they are Pioneer legal, so I might not have to change them. I can actually add to them. The funny thing is too, my mom just recently brought over a big box of Magic cards that I left at her house when I moved out a few years ago. Apparently they found in my old closet because they gave my little brother my old room, and it's all Return to Ravnica cards. And I was like, oh wow, cool, sweet. I don't know what to do with these. I mean, I'm not really going to be making it. I mean, I probably add some to my Commander decks or something. But now with this Pioneer format, I have all these new bulk. With all these new cards, I have some bulks that I can make some new decks around for this Pioneer format. And something I really like about this format in general is it's coming with a pre-starting banned list. And they are saying they're going to aggressively ban cards, which some people say that they should start by just banning all the cards that were banned during their standard during those time periods. I don't necessarily agree with that, just because there's so many extra sets and cards in here that it might counteract. I would say give it not too much time, but maybe give it a couple tournaments. I heard Star City Games actually canceled Standard for Pioneer because Standard is it's kind of a shit show right now, to be honest with you. I haven't paid too much attention to it, but I do know that it's all Oko mirror matching right now. And from what I've seen from arena videos and from the little bit I've seen of standard play, yeah, it doesn't look like fun. Not at all. No. But tell me what you guys think. I'm kind of excited for Pioneer. I want to try it. Return to Ravnica and Theros were two of my favorite sets, to be honest with you. Can get some much needed. I'm sorry, I was gonna say can get some much needed reprints, as if they were gonna like start reprinting these sets. No, what I meant is some of these cards might drop down in price, or they might start reprinting some of these cards for like future like master sets if Pioneer gets enough steam. So I think we should try Pioneer while Standard's getting fixed. And maybe, who knows, maybe it'll take over Modern. I've heard, well, Modern's got such a big entry fee, per se, that maybe Pioneer's going to be like discount Modern? Maybe? I don't know. Well, I'm excited for it. I'm cautious, but I'm so excited. If they can keep to the words and do aggressive bans, I believe that this can be great. Make Magic great again. So a couple of you may be asking, well, what are you going to be playing in Pioneer? Well, I'll probably try to bring back a couple of my old decks with a few additions. I don't really remember. I had this really awesome. This was the deck I intended to bring to try to do GP Gatecrash, or it was either Gatecrash or Dragon's Maze. I'm pretty sure it was Gatecrash, but it was a 5-color Super Friends deck. And my friends were all like, oh, that's stupid, you shouldn't do that. It was the only deck I ever went like 5-0 at an F&M with. Ever. I went 5-0 with it. Granted, it stalled. It was the kind of deck that pisses people off, but it was the only deck I ever actually made some wins with. It was Super Friends Turbo Fog. And I'm sure a lot of you are going to give me some hateful comments down below for that, yes. But it had a decent, it didn't have like a lot of cancellations or counters. It had a few like rafts. I think it had some Supreme Verdicts in it. It had some Detention Spheres. It was 5 colors. It didn't run any basics in it. It took a long time to get all the Ravnica dual lands. Trust me, that took a long time to grab. And that was back when I actually had disposable income to buy all those cards. And I didn't, have rent and, family and a wife. By the way, I just recently got married, so yay. But it was a fun deck, and like, I would love to bring that back, especially with some of the newer what you call it, planeswalkers, especially from World of Spark. Like, I could bring Teferi into that deck and have two different types of Vraskas, because the win condition for that deck was Vraska. Basically, it had Thragtusk. I don't know if Thragtusk will be legal in Pioneer. I didn't know if it got reprinted or not, or if it was Thragtusk in 2014. I don't remember. It had Thragtusk. It ran Fog Banks. It ran 4 sets of Fog, and it just ran a bunch of Planeswalkers. And the whole point of the deck was to stall, build up my board, get to Vraska, use what's that card? I'm gonna have it on screen. Like, I can't remember the card, but it was a land that made a creature unblockable. Then I would ult Vraska from Return to Ravnica's Vraska, and that would be my win con for the deck. Either that or go big with some Thragtusks. Like, that was it. I had 4 copies of Jace Memory Adept in that deck, and again, there's so many cards I could add to that. Like, all the cards that proliferate that came out in War of the Spark, some of the vehicles from Kaladesh and Aether Revolt probably could do really well in that deck, because it did build a lot of tokens. The fetch lands are banned, so that's good. We don't need fetch lands. I think fetch lands were a mistake, to be honest with you. I could add freaking what's his name? Ugin from Fate Reforged. I actually had a copy of that for a while, but I sold it because I'm a stupid idiot. Well, you know what? I've been rambling long enough. What do you guys think of Pioneer? What do you guys think of me switching over to a more anime-themed channel? Or maybe not even animation. Maybe not, not anime. Maybe just an animation channel, because I've also been wanting to talk about some shows like Steven Universe, Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Tangled, and a few others, actually. Rick and Morty. But tell me what you think. See you guys next time.